The camera opens on a quiet, sunlit street, dust floating through the warm afternoon air. A barefoot boy, no older than 14, sits on the cracked pavement, cradling an old, worn-out guitar. The strings are slightly rusted, the wood chipped, but in his hands, it becomes something magical. He begins to strum softly, the familiar chords of Hotel California echo faintly through the noise of the city. His fingers move carefully, tenderly, as if each note carries a piece of his heart. Passers-by rush past, some glance for a second, others don't even notice. Yet the boy keeps playing, eyes closed, lost in his melody. A small girl pauses nearby, listening. She smiles shyly, dropping a single coin into his open guitar case. The sound of the coin hitting the case rings louder than the city around him, a tiny moment of hope. The camera slowly pans upward, capturing his face, dirt-streaked but glowing with quiet determination. His lips move with the lyrics, voice trembling but pure. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair. The song drifts through the air like a memory. Even as car horns blare and footsteps echo, his music creates its own little world, a fragile bubble of beauty amid the noise. He looks up at the sky between chords, his eyes reflecting dreams bigger than the streets he walks. For a moment, the city fades away, and only the sound of his music remains. The screen fades to black. Soft guitar strings continue to play under the text. Every dream starts somewhere. Then, faintly, another line appears, almost a whisper. And sometimes, it starts with nothing but a song, guitar. The bright stage lights blaze down like 1,000 suns, blinding and beautiful all at once. He stands there, a small, fragile figure against a massive world of sound and spectacle. His old shirt is slightly wrinkled, shoes dusty, but his eyes hold something rare, a mixture of fear and fierce determination. The audience is silent. Every seat filled, every gaze locked onto him. The only sound is the faint hum of the mic in his trembling hand. He swallows hard, feeling the lump in his throat tighten. The same guitar that once echoed through street corners now hangs from his shoulder, ready to tell his story. The camera moves in close, capturing the tiny movements that reveal everything, his fingers shaking, his chest rising with uneven breaths, the small bead of sweat rolling slowly down his temple. He glances toward the judges' table, serious faces, unreadable eyes. For a second, doubt flashes through him. What if they laugh? What if they walk away, just like before? But then, he closes his eyes. The memory of the street returns. The sound of that one coin hitting his guitar case. The warmth of the little girl's smile. He grips the mic tighter. Breathes in deep. And lets go. The first note leaves his lips, soft, trembling, but filled with raw emotion. The hall falls even quieter, as if the world itself is holding its breath. The first verse fades, and then his voice begins to rise, stronger, clearer, bolder. The once nervous boy now stands tall, as if the music itself has wrapped around him, giving him wings. Each lyric flows like poetry, his tone raw with emotion, echoing through the vast hall. The guitar strings shimmer under the spotlight, every note vibrating with life. It's no longer just a song, it's a story, his story, of struggle, of hope, of holding on when the world walked away. The judges exchange glances, leaning forward in disbelief. One of them places a hand over her mouth, eyes glistening with tears. Another slowly shakes his head, smiling in awe. No one expected this. No one imagined that the boy from the streets could command a stage with such soul. The camera pans across the audience, faces frozen in astonishment. A woman in the front row wipes her tears. A young man records the moment, whispering, "Unbelievable." Even the crew behind the cameras can't look away. As the chorus swells, the lighting shifts, warm gold pouring over him like sunlight breaking through clouds. The boy closes his eyes, voice soaring higher, every word pulsing with truth. He isn't singing Hotel California anymore, he's living it. The crowd begins to sway gently, drawn into the rhythm of his heart. In this moment, time stops. There are no streets, no past, no pain, only passion, radiance, and pure music. The final chord rings out, echoing into silence. The audience is breathless, suspended between awe and emotion. On screen, glowing softly in golden light, appear the words. When talent meets soul. And in that single sentence, his entire journey shines. The final guitar note rings out, hanging in the air like a heartbeat. Then, silence. For a moment, the whole world seems to stop. The boy's trembling hands rest on the strings, his eyes still closed, lost in the echo of his own voice. The crowd doesn't breathe. The judges stare, speechless, stunned. You can almost hear the sound of a single tear hitting the desk. And then... bam! A hand slams the golden buzzer. A flash of light bursts from the stage floor, and in an instant, the silence explodes into thunder. Golden confetti rains down like sunlight breaking through a storm. The boy's eyes widen, disbelief, joy, shock, all at once. He drops to his knees, clutching his chest, tears streaming down his face. His guitar tilts against him, still vibrating faintly from the final note. The judges leap to their feet, shouting, clapping, laughing through tears. One of them covers her face, overcome with emotion. Another points toward him, shouting over the roar, "That's what music is about." The crowd rises as one, cheering, screaming, chanting his name. Phones flash like stars. The entire hall glows gold. The boy looks up through the falling confetti, his face wet with tears but shining with joy. He mouths something softly, "Thank you," his voice lost in the roar of applause. A close-up captures. The stage is still glowing in gold, the cheers still echoing through the hall. Amid the storm of confetti, the judge rushes forward, tears in her eyes, laughter breaking through emotion. She reaches him, and without a word, wraps her arms around him. The boy freezes for a moment, overcome. His tiny frame trembles against the warmth of her embrace. All the pain, the hunger, the lonely nights on the street, they all melt away in that single hug. The crowd erupts again, clapping, whistling, crying. Cameras flash, lights shimmer, and for once, the boy is not invisible. He is seen. He is loved. The judge whispers something in his ear, inaudible beneath the noise, but it makes him cry harder, his shoulders shaking. He tries to speak, but no words come out, only a broken smile. Golden confetti keeps falling like magic rain. It lands in his hair, sticks to his tear-soaked cheeks, and sparkles in the stage lights. He looks up, eyes shining with tears and pure light, as if the heavens themselves have opened for him. The camera pulls in closer, capturing that single, perfect moment. His lips quiver, his face glowing under the golden haze. The audience stands, thousands on their feet, chanting his name, applauding his courage. Then, the motion slows. The sound fades. The confetti stops midair. Freeze frame. A single tear glides down his smiling face, illuminated by the golden glow. Text appears softly on the screen, floating like a whisper of destiny. From the streets, to a legend. A gentle guitar riff plays, the same melody he once sang on the street corner, now echoing through eternity. The dream has come full circle.